In this video, we are going to be discussing work rate problems. So a work rate is a measure of how quickly a person or a machine can complete a task. Um, what that task is entirely dependent on the specific situation, but a work rate will always be given in some unit of work per time. So the key word you're looking for, and just in general, if you're looking at rates, you're looking for the word per. That indicates that it's a rate, right? Something per some amount of time. Um, for our work rate equation, we have three variations. They all mean the exact same thing. They are just rearranged depending on which variable it is you're trying to solve for. So this first version that you see is if you're trying to find the work done. The middle one is if you're trying to find a work rate. And then the last one is if you're trying to find the time. Again, those three equations are all exactly the same. They're just rearranged depending on which you would like to solve for. Let's take a look at a couple examples. So number one here, we have a worker that lays 4 bricks per minute. Again, anytime you see that keyword per, that's indicating a rate. So the rate is bricks per minute. So we're given our rate, and we want to know how many bricks he will lay in 2 hours. So the 4 bricks per minute, that's our rate. The 2 hours, that's our time. We're trying to find the work done, so that's going to be that very first equation. We're trying to find the work done. In other words, work done is how many bricks will be laid. And so using that first equation, work done equals work rate times time. So the rate is 4 bricks per minute. And we need to multiply that by the time. Now, something that's super important with these types of problems is you want to make sure that your units are the same. So for instance, our work rate is given per minute, so we want to make sure that the time is also in terms of minute. So that time needs to be the same in our rate as well as in our time that we're using. So we are going to need to convert that 2 hours to minutes before we plug it into the formula. So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So if you multiply 2 times 60, that is 120 minutes. So that's something you want to be on the lookout for. Make sure that your time is all in the same units before you plug into formulas. So we're going to multiply by 120 minutes. And then it's just a matter of working out the math here. So we want to do 4 times 120. So off to the side, 4 times 120. 2 times 4 is 8, 1 times 4 is 4. So that's going to be 480 bricks. So work done equals 480 bricks. So 480 bricks will be laid. Let's take a look at example 2. So here we have a baker that made 1,200 cookies in 8 hours. We want to know what the baker's rate is in cookies per hour. So if we're trying to find the rate, if we look back at our 3 variations of the formula, that's going to be that second one you see, the work rate equals work done divided by time. So we need to figure out what is the work done. Well, the work done is the cookies that were made. So work done is the 1,200 cookies, and then we're going to need to divide that by the time, which is 8 hours. So altogether we have work rate equals 1,200 cookies divided by 8 hours. And we want to divide 1,200 by 8. Off to the side, 1,200 divided by 8. 8 goes into 12 one time. Subtract, you get 4. Bring down the 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. Bring down the 0. 8 goes into 0 0 times. So we end up with 150. Right? And it's super important with rates that you include your units. So the units here is cookies per hour. And that is our final answer there.